Hello everyone. I know that some of you have been wondering why there have been no more videos since last year. Well, there are several reasons. Here we are in August of 2025, and I've had a lot of work that I did to the Super Petrel in the meantime. In October of last year, 2024, I decided to upgrade my engine from 100 horsepower normally aspirated engine to 150 horsepower fuel injected turbocharged Rotex engine. It's a fairly significant undertaking, and I'm going to try and walk you through some of that so you have an idea. But the Super Petrel is well, and it will be flying again. Here you will see that I've taken off the prop of the old engine, and I'm about to remove the engine. And this is what it looks like once the engine is removed. Now on to the new engine. It came with a different mount, it came with different brackets, so I spent quite a bit of time making the changeover from the old engine to the new engine, moving the mounts over, etc. So after a lot of work, I finally ended up in June of this year putting the motor in onto the plane and starting to assemble everything, including all the new wiring, thermocouples. The radiator had to be changed a bit, the oil cooler had to be changed a bit, so it was a lot of work. In the meantime, this is what it looked like outside on the lake. Logs on the water, water level 14 feet higher, but then of course it clears up and it's beautiful in the evening. And then all of a sudden the weather changed, and this is what it looks like when it gets really, really nasty. So I'm giving you a whole bunch of things here that you haven't seen before, just so you have an idea that we have many different seasons at the lake. This is not the time to put the plane in the water and go flying. The Super Petrel does not like waves this big. But anyways, we do have quite a challenge at this lake, but we love this place. So I'll continue to work from here, and hopefully soon I'll be showing you the engine running in the plane. That'd be awesome. So I thought I would show you the new engine that has been installed. I finished the installation about a month ago. A lot of work, a lot of changes. Obviously you can see this is fuel injected, not carbureted like the old engine was. And on top of that, this has a turbocharger with an intercooler. So a lot of work to be done was done on this. And also the cowling had to be changed quite a bit because the exhaust comes out on the right hand side instead of at the back, as it was before, it was in the back. And yes, a turbocharger. I'll show you on the other side. Turbocharger, as you can see, and of course that runs through the intercooler and then back into the intake. So a significant amount of work that I had to do. The air filter goes right on here, so when the cowling is back on, that air filter sticks out on the right hand side just like the exhaust does. On the left hand side, just like the exhaust does on the right hand side. So quite a bit of changes on the cowling. I will show you later on when the cowling is on what that looks like. So anyways, just a little update for you. Here you can see the engine startup and the early testing with the bottom cowling installed. You can see how the air filter sticks out. That created, of course, a lot of questions about whether or not it was safe to have it like that with it being amphibious and landing on water. So the question that was always in my mind is, what if water gets in and will kill the engine? So I did quite a bit of testing, flight testing, with the camera pointing that way and landing, and it turns out that there's no problem. The water does not come near the These are just some run-ups tests that I did after the install, and I did that with just the bottom cowling on. I left the top off so I could always check for any leaks, anything that would not be working right. But as it turns out, it was running really well, and yeah, so soon I'm going to be taking it for some test flights. Some more testing with the camera mounted in the back, so I can see what's going on with the prop and with the, of course, the view of the air filter and the exhaust. The process of checking everything, including oil pressures, engine temperature, cylinder head temperature, oil pressure, exhaust temperature, all those things have to be checked. The thing that was the biggest change was the old engine ran on 5 psi fuel pressure. This engine runs on 42 psi fuel pressure. So the fuel lines and everything are much more robust. They can handle a lot more pressure. The fittings are very specific fittings. So a lot of things got changed, and so the time to test all these things was done through different stages. And this is one of the stages where I left the up cooling off, did the tests, check to make sure that both fuel pumps, I have dual fuel pumps now, both electric. We're doing 42 pounds, and also making sure the turbocharger was working properly. So these are all things that got tested as we're doing the running, checking, and braking. So soon I'll be starting my test flights. More ideas whether or not everything is safe the way it is. The beginning of test flights, many of them were taken, all of them for the purpose of checking to make sure that everything works, because once I start flying regularly, I want no issues. So this is one of the first where I went up to quite an altitude doing all kinds of tests. As you can see in this video, I had a very easy time getting on top of the step, and then also quite easy for liftoff. Obviously, it has a lot more power, but of course, I'm just by myself. I don't have any extra weight, just full fuel. So once I start flying with another person and full fuel and some extra cargo, that's when we're going to really see what this is made of. And you'll have to wait for the next video for that.